Good afternoon. This is John Marling, president of Pulse Research. It's now 2 minutes after 2 o'clock. I appreciate very much, once again, you taking the time to be with us this afternoon. On behalf of the Enterprise Record, I'm pleased to present to you an opportunity to get more listings, recognizing that the reality is it's a historic low inventory market situation, and getting those incremental, those additional listings can be extremely valuable to you. Got some great news to start off the program this afternoon. There are 4,209 up for grab listings in your local area. Let me repeat that if I might. Over 4,200 local listings over the next 12 months of households in your area who plan to sell a property and they don't know who to call. In other words, they're up for grabs. Today, we will present how you can get a competitive advantage and recognize, having had a real estate license once, how competitive it is, particularly in today's world, and help you get a larger share of those over 4,200 up for grab listings. You're probably wondering, how did Pulse Research determine that there are 4,200 up for grab listings in your local area? Well, the bottom line is Pulse Research, being a survey company, asked the same questions you would ask if you did your own real estate survey. So think a minute. What would you ask if you wanted to take a look at a crystal ball in terms of the listing opportunity over the next 12 months? You would ask, do you plan to sell your property in the next 12 months, right? Well, Pulse asked on your behalf of the audience of the Enterprise Record, and that's their print audience and their digital audience. And then we followed up with a very, very important question. Do you know who you would call to help you sell your property? And here's what we found out. And here's some very good news. 12% of the households reached by the Enterprise Record and their digital sites plan to sell a property in the next 12 months. That compares very favorably to the national percentage of 10%. And by the way, Pulse Research recently completed a specific real estate opportunity survey. And we did it across all 50 states. So we've got some very clear insights into, the opportunities. And my mission today is to kind of help you in terms of getting some insights, some actionable, strategies from that real estate information. Taking a look at intend to sell a personal residence, 5.6% of the households reached by the Enterprise Record, in their websites, plan to sell a personal residence in the next 12 months. That compares almost spot on to the national average of 5% intending to sell a personal residence in the next 12 months. Just a little more detail on the real estate selling question we asked. As a moment ago I mentioned, there's 12% who plan to sell real estate. Look at how it's composed. And this can be very valuable, by the way. I was doing a real estate presentation down in Texas about a month ago. And one of my suggestions, to the real estate community is differentiation is extremely important. Picking your niche to focus, particularly to get listings. And I challenged the audience, the realtors there, what's a segment? What specific niche do you think is underserved? In other words, there's an opportunity for you to get a competitive advantage. And one of the ladies in the group said, "Oh my gosh, look at commercial property listings." And right here in your area, there's over 500 commercial listing opportunities. That could be a very big deal for one of you, is focusing on commercial listings, for instance. And also in terms of additional information that could be actionable, there's over 2,500 planned listings for investment properties. Personal residences, almost 6,000 households, within the circulation area of the Enterprise Record, plan to sell a personal residence in the next 12 months. Then we followed up, who would you call? You intend to sell a property in the next 12 months. Who did you call? and consistent around the country, over 30%. That's 30%. Don't know who to call. That means that there's the 4,209 potential property listings for you. That's merely taking the 12,755 households times the 33%. And that gives us, that opportunity. And by the way, the enterprise record and its websites on a net basis. In other words, if a household reads the paper and also goes to their website, they're only counted once. They reach over 100,000 net households. So we just take the percentage, 12%, who intend to sell property, times the net households they reach to give the 12,755 potential property listings for you. Now let's talk about the value of those up for grab listings. At an average household value of $350,000, that's 1.4 billion. That's right, billion in property value, and at a 3% commission being conservative, that's 44.2 million in listing sales commissions in just those up for grab listings alone. I know when I had a real estate license once, that it was money in the bank. One of the realities of the internet is it's extremely fragmented. Many real estate sites. In fact, a realtor was telling me a month or so ago, she says, when I get a new listing, I put it up, it's on 182 sites. 182 sites. Huge fragmentation on the internet. And that's frankly what provides part of the challenge that each one of you facing is, how do I get that competitive advantage? How do I differentiate myself and establish brand identity? And that's exactly what this realtor said. She said, the property gets exposure, but those 182 sites aren't giving me optimal branding for me as the agent to contact to list their home. Well, look at this. Zillow, top dog, 40% would go to Zillow to look at property for sale, but 60% would not. 80% would not go to Realtor.com, even though 20% would. 21% said they would go to a local MLS site, to find properties for sale, but 79% would not. So bottom line is there's huge fragmentation on sources people would use if they plan to buy real estate. And here are the actual stats from the survey. We asked everything from Zillow, MLS, Realtor.com that I spoke of just a moment ago, but also Redfin, Homes.com, Lands and Homes, etc. But putting that and projecting it out, there's 63,775 buyers missed by Zillow. It's over 75,000 missed by Realtor.com. In total, 14%. That's 14% plan to buy real estate in the next 12 months. 7% plan to purchase a personal residence in the next 12 months. And there's more details on that. Once again, just sharing with you some thoughts, actionable, marketing, strategies. Investment properties, almost 3,300 plan to purchase an investment property. And these are households reached by the Chico Enterprise Record and their websites. Over 7,600 plan to purchase a residence in the next 12 months. Well, you and I, we've both been in real estate. This is the intended plans. They intend to purchase, they intend to sell. Obviously, some things come up. Maybe they've had a change in in their health or something, a family member, and they're not able to either buy or sell. But as of the survey, this is what they plan to do. And by the way, somebody who doesn't plan to buy all of a sudden gets a big inheritance. Wow, now they are a serious qualified buyer. We also asked some follow-up questions on what type of property you plan to buy. And look at that, almost 4,000 households plan to buy a house more than 10 years old. So some additional information for you. Now, a little methodology of the survey. We had almost 1,000 sample, on the West Coast, including the readers of the Chico, Enterprise Record and other publications just like the Enterprise Record. Now it's my pleasure on behalf of the Enterprise Record to share a sneak preview of a unique opportunity for each one of you to get more listings. It's a unique print and digital program that reaches those listings that you're currently missing. Those over 4,200 up for grab listings. Talk a little bit about the details of the combined print and web program. It includes a 2x4 full color ad in the enterprise record that you can put whatever you want in the ad. But obviously, you're going to use that opportunity to talk to those over 4,200 households they reach who plan to sell property in the next 12 months, in other words, list it, but they don't know who to call. This is your opportunity to reach out to them and say, I can help you sell your property. In addition to your individual ad, there will be a weekly full page ad in the enterprise record of the participating top agents. And as you can see in the facsimile here, each week, one of the participating top agents will be prominently displayed in the feature position. But the bottom line is you've got over 4,200 households who plan to sell property. They don't know who to call to list. We're doing everything we can to drive those listings, those opportunities to you. Now, the second part of the program is a digital program. So let's take a quick tour of some of the digital features of the program. First of all, there's a top agent website. And as the name suggests, this is your website. It's featuring the top agents, in other words, who to call to list their property. It's magazine type quality. We hire designers, to put together the look and feel of the site. We'll go to it over it in just a second with a live site to show you. The second part of the digital program is a gallery of those local agents who can help these over 4,200 households sell their property. And then a unique feature has been very, very popular around the country is the top agent spotlight. You ask, well, what's the top agent spotlight? It's giving you prominence on the home page of the enterprise record. Here's an example down in Butte, Texas, which is a quite wealthy suburban market right outside of San Antonio. And on their front page, you'll notice prominently displayed is one of their top agents. And this top agent spotlight is an opportunity to give you exposure to the #1 local website, the enterprise record, right on their front page. And then when a person clicks on it, it goes to the details and specifics of how this top agent is qualified, has the expertise, along with the contact information to help the person sell their home. And then there's a link right at the top of the page to the top agent website. The reason I'm showing you the Butte site is because that's live and doing very, very well in driving leads, for the agents. Now, going back to the program, if I might here, in summary, there's print ads, both individual ads promoting you, along with a group top agent ad. In addition to that, and I'll show you live now, is the top agent website. It's a standalone site to promote, to create awareness of who to call when they don't know who to select to sell their property. Once again, it's linked from the home page of the enterprise record, and it promotes you as the person to call. In addition to that, the agent spotlight has been very, very effective at creating, enhancing your brand identity, along with getting calls and new listings for you. Let's go live right now to the demo site, if I might. And it's a very simple, very clean website. Once again, professionally designed, magazine quality. And as you can see, prominent photo of you, one of the top agents, along with some information about your expertise background. prominently displayed, the various phone numbers to reach you, your email. There's a link to your profile page, which then links to your website to give you additional traffic and to your listings. Going back here for a mite, one of the other benefits of the program is that you're able to promote that new listing, a featured property. I was a realtor once, as I mentioned a moment ago. Got in listing, I said, well, what are you doing to help sell our home? This is a means to prominently display that new listing right on the top agent website, which is linked from the enterprise record. Now, the agent gallery here is a very clean but simple way for potential listing customers, to peruse, the best agents in town, get information on them, and to give you a call. In addition to that, there's a featured listing gallery. Now, once again, all of this is part of the Top Agent program and is supported by the enterprise record and right off of their homepage. Now, speaking of driving traffic, getting you results, the enterprise record will aggressively and consistently promote the Top Agent program to those over 4,200 up for grabs listings and drive those listing opportunities directly to you. Here's an example of one of the ads that they will be running, speaking directly to those households who don't know who to call. Need a top agent to sell your home? Find the best listing agents at, this is an example ad, it'll have the address, the standalone address of the enterprise record top agent program. Here's another example of an ad targeting households, those over 4,200 who don't know who to call to sell their property. And in those ads, one of the top agents will be prominently displayed. Some additional benefits of the Top Agent program. This is very, very important because of the significant competition is search optimization. Being associated with this program that's part of the Enterprise Record website will give you, your individual website, significantly higher search ranking. Obviously, individual agent branding, top of mind awareness for you being the agent to call, with the combination of both the print and the digital components of the program will significantly increase that top of mind awareness and differentiate you from the hundreds of other agents, in the greater Chico area. Now, the great news is all of this is available for only $200 per month. That's almost a $370 value. Now, to make sure that the participating agents get results, it's limited to 20 agents. The reason for that is if 100 agents participated, the results would be watered down among those 100 agents. We want to make sure we deliver results for you. If you have questions about the program, like to sign up, and it's on a first come, first served basis, give Renee a call. And her number is 530-896-7726, or Rigel at chicoer.com. In closing, I want to thank you very much for the opportunity to get together this afternoon. We recognize how busy you are. You've got a lot of choices, in your marketing program, but we appreciate your serious consideration of the Top Agent program to give you that competitive advantage in getting a larger share of the over 2,400 listings they don't know who to call. Thank you very much. Appreciate it and have a great afternoon.